Aloha, everybody.
Hey.
Colleen is joining us live from the road, so she doesn't have good lighting. So it's Colleen and her kitty cat tonight.
Yep, isn't he cute? His name is Clyde. So I have Bonnie and Clyde.
Aw.
Yeah, I know.
So, what I wanted to talk about tonight, because I keep on finding these amazing things, is accessing AI that you already have that you're paying for, and you might not even know that you're paying for it. Like, if you are paying for Microsoft Office, there's a very good chance you've got Copilot.
Yeah, Copilot's pretty
And
good. Go ahead, sorry.
Copilot you can use anywhere in the Microsoft universe to help write documents, help build PowerPoint, and you're already paying for Microsoft. So, I mean, you definitely want to take advantage of that. Something else that happened last week was Google. Now, if you run your business through Google Workspace, and that's how you have like me, Heather at AI that runs through a Google mailbox. Um, a little annoyed because it keeps on going to spam lately, so I'm like, "Argh." But their platform, oh, I'm blanking on it. I think it's Gemini, is now
Yep.
included in that. So it will fix your emails for you. It'll help you write documents. It will fix your spreadsheets for you. And I mean, that's with spreadsheet sheets too. Absolutely, Copilot will do that for you. So
Yep.
long gone are the days like what's the formula to add square 7 and then divide by square 9 and make this into a pivot table for me. You can now ask the AI to do it for you.
And they will also
Um,
make generate pictures and photos and all kinds of stuff for you. And if they can't do that, then they will tell you where to go or where to go and how to go about it. Sorry. Like go to Canva and do this. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
if you're already paying for Adobe, there is a suite of Adobe products in there that are with your subscription. You can talk to PDFs. You've got a whole program with pictures and building out pretty PDFs and whatnot.
Can you
And there's an
explain before when you're finished, explain what you mean by talk to PDFs? How do you do that? What is the purpose?
so if you have let's say your business plan is in a PDF
Mm-hmm.
and you have a subscription to Adobe, what if you want to ask questions like, what should I be doing during the first quarter of the year to get my business plan accomplished? So as you're asking questions, like, because it's got AI in there, it's just like if you had you put that document into OpenAI, there's AI already in Adobe that you can have those conversations with the documents that you have in Adobe. And I think it's called Adobe Rush. I could be wrong, but they have a platform that's included in your Adobe subscription too that basically does most of the things that CapCut did. Because I gotta tell you, super annoyed with the whole TikTok thing. Not so much for TikTok, but for um, for CapCut. So over the weekend, and talking about tools that you already have a computer. Um, you already have ChatGPT. I asked ChatGPT to walk me through creating a Whisper platform on my computer. So it went into GitHub and it knew where to download everything from. It gave me the code and the command lines to get what I needed to basically build a model that will go to a video and take the audio off that video so I can use it to train Notebook LM to repurpose my content. So you can either have it go back to ChatGPT and put a API key in there. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you should absolutely get on a consultation call with me so I can help you build this stuff or show
Yes.
you how to build it yourself.
And Notebook LM has recently really stepped up the game. I'm just going to say, I was just on there today going, oh my God, this has changed a lot. It's like they're doing a lot better. It's pretty cool.
You can talk with the podcast now. You create that
Yeah.
podcast, you customize the podcast, and yeah, I'm sure there's other podcasts out there, and it sounds like the same two people doing those podcasts over and over. Did they upgrade the voices, Colleen?
Yes, you can. Yep, you can now pick who you want. You can pick voices to do your podcast for you now. Like it's not just those same two people anymore.
Every day, something new.
Very cool. I'm very excited about that because I've been noticing, like, I was kind of bummed out with that. Like, it's the same two people on every podcast, so you know that Notebook LM did it. But now you can pick the people, and they can interview you, so you can be in the interview in the podcast. It's really cool.
And this is why we keep Colleen around, because if there is a podcast, she is all about it. So
yeah, I love it.
And
I'm gonna do it.
I mean, that's why I also, of all the tools that I pay money for, and I've been scaling back a little bit because there's a lot of shiny things out there. I keep ChatGPT because they keep on coming out with better and better stuff on their $20 a month platform. You can now task it to do things for you. So you can say, every morning, create Facebook content for me on XYZ. Create a newsletter for me with just the things that I want to learn more about. You can program it we talked about accountability bots. Now you can program it and say, these are my yearly goals, or these are my weekly goals. Every morning, check in with me. Every night, check in with me. And either a pop-up if you have notifications on your browser, it'll pop up on your browser, or you get an email about it. So normally I don't see it till I check my email, so I don't get it at the time of day I want to. But if I put it into my calendar and I was a more organized person, which AI is helping me become, then these things would happen for me.
I love ChatGPT. I use like their version. So you know that I use the Cider, the AI like ChatGPT sidebar.
Mm-hmm.
That thing is so handy. It literally just sits on the side of your computer, and anytime you have a question, it knows what you're working on. And if you have a question about if you're on just a website or whatever, you can ask it anything right about what you're just doing. And I don't even pay for that. Like, you only get so many free ones or whatever, but then if you invite other people to use it and they actually join for free, like, you get extra like upgrades or whatever. And I use it a lot and I still haven't had to pay for it. So it's pretty cool. Like, I don't know. I love it because it's convenient. Same with Copilot. Like, Copilot's right there. Like all you gotta do is click on it, and that's it. So many things, like, and they are different. They're both very cool, but different. And so sometimes if I'm not getting what I'm wanting, I will switch over to the other one, and it will give me something different. And it's just it's pretty cool. I love it. Like, things have changed so much just in the last year in AI. Like, I'm blown away. I can't even wait for the next 6 months to see what happens.
Well, if you read some books like Life Point 3.0 or The Coming Wave, or even All In on AI, which are the 3 most impactful books that I've read during the last 6 months on AI, they all talk about that. So we had the agricultural revolution, we had the industrial revolution. I would say industrial, I would sort of say maybe the computer revolution. I know we're not calling that, but we're probably not far enough in history. But all of these had much longer incubation periods where things changed. So what they're saying now is with AI, currently we're at a 5-year, like, life significantly changes every 5 years now, opposed to every 50 years or every 100 years. With AI, they're saying it's going to go to a 1-year lifespan, that everything will change.
Maybe we'll live forever because it's going to be so smart. It's going to, like, give us the fountain of youth, like the real one. We'll never die. We can all be vampires.
So honestly, no, but it was this week in one of the newsletters that I created. There is a a protein that they discovered that they are absolutely able to make stem cells from this protein. So stem cells, you can basically recreate anything with stem cells. It's pretty scary, but at the same time, you're like, will we live forever? Well, if we can make stem cells, we absolutely can.
Well, yeah,
I want to acknowledge some people. Kendall for stopping by, Britt,
hey,
Lawrence, Elena. Yes, we had a name change to make our SEO a little more kicking, because we are not AI entrepreneurs. We are entrepreneurs teaching other entrepreneurs to use AI. Brian, thank you for stopping by. And I love the fact that you are creating habit trackers to predict your data and your future with it. Elena, we can make some time for your podcast schedule for tomorrow. I know I am fully booked until about February right now. So I'll get with you after this. And hi, Britt. And hopefully it's not too cold for all of you guys in Missouri.
Shut
up.
I
know New Orleans got some snow.
It's 12 degrees here, Heather. Anyways, speaking of living forever, I'm not going to, like, go into detail about the product, but one of the products that I use, and that it actually has telomeres in it. It doesn't have telomeres in it. It actually extends the life of your telomeres. So I don't know if you know what telomeres are, but they're in your body, and it's it's basically your lifeline. So, like, once your telomeres, the longer, like, the shorter they get, the shorter your life gets. And this product actually does that. So yes, things are definitely going in the right direction. So I think it's very cool. And I just can't, oh my God, it's going to be crazy. Like, we're going to get so crowded on this planet. Oh, yeah.
Well, I also, can we say it's going to get crowded? Yes, but now we're getting real philosophical here.
I know. It's just my hope.
The birth rate has declined so much that it was a worry for a while how we were going to keep things up and running with the birth rate declining the way it is. I mean, oh, and I just noticed this too. We still have the old logo on the StreamYard, so I got to
Oh,
change that.
that's funny.
So yeah, Brian, birth rates last 10 years.
You know, it makes
So,
sense. They said that our generation, like the generation under us, like my daughter's generation, they're waiting till longer in life before they start having kids, as opposed to our generation, like my generation anyway, started having kids like in their 20s, and they're waiting until like their 30s and 40s. So yeah, it makes sense.
but with these, so now we're really getting into science.
I'm
So
sorry,
the
I know.
human brain is not fully formed till you're about 25.
Hmm.
So, but the female reproductive system, once you get, so that gives you maybe a good 5 years to become an adult. And then at 30, things start going downhill. So, as this new technology and people actually wait longer till they become more financially stable, and the biological technology improves with stem cells and uh, growing upon the stuff that we have now that is woo woo, that won't be as woo woo in the future, if you can even afford it. So you look at some of the medications that we have now that can change people's lives with their weight, and who can afford it with the prices?
Right,
So
right.
will it become the rich and famous will benefit from AI, and the rest of us, like, are we coming closer to the George Orwell's 1984?
Oh, I
So,
don't.
yeah,
Yeah, it's a
real
lot to think about. It's a lot.
philosophical.
I don't. I try not to think that deep, Heather. You know that.
So, and that's a lot of AI ethics go into how to program AI and how to make AI kinder to humans and stuff. But I mean, the ethical picture of the new developments coming along the road enabled by AI is a whole nother um, plethora of questions. But to get on something a little bit lighter, I was at a forum today talking about goal setting in AI. And the last presenter was talking about using AI for difficult conversations. And one of the people in the audience talked about how it was a reality in her life. So she has to end her 3-year lease early, and she knew her landlady was not going to be happy with that outcome. So she wrote her email, put it into ChatGPT, went back and forth to make it less emotional, to predict what the landlady might say, to do it more matter of fact. And then she sent the email. And because this person had been working with AI for a while, absolutely noticed that the landlady's letter back was non emotional, factual, but could tell that the landlady also used AI to help keep the conversation professional. Then, as they started showing the house to other renters, it the tensions ramped up a little bit, and they started texting. And again, the text conversations, my friend used ChatGPT and the landlady used ChatGPT, and the telltale sign was the way the paragraphs were sort of split up. And it took
Yep.
what could have potentially been a really emotional situation, and then my friend took it one step further for a use case because she was frustrated, she was angry. She went back and forth, with ChatGPT and said, "Hey, I still feel this way about the situation. Can you talk me through it and help me come to a resolution where it's not bothering me anymore?" And she brainstormed with the chat bot, and she got to a situation where she felt like she was at peace with it. So, I mean, to be able to take a potentially really emotional situation and use this technology. So, again, to bring it on to the other side of, could AI bring around world peace? Instead of going to summits or having translators at summits, you say what you want to say, which is, "This guy's a jerk and doesn't know what he's talking about." And have the AI do the active listening for you, say what's actually being said, interpret your answer saying, "No, this is an emotional answer. This is what's actually being said. Choose from these three better responses so you can come to some kind of," I don't like using the word equitable outcome, but a win-win situation for all the parties involved.
Yeah, that my daughter and I actually just had that conversation about, she was having some issues with her friends. She said she made a vow to quit using AI to like have conversations with her friends because she wants, like, her girlfriend was having some like hard times with her husband or whatever. And I was trying to explain to her, I was like, it's not always necessarily bad, because it's not that it's not you. You're putting your thoughts in there. It's just helping you form it better to help her. And so yeah, but when it comes to those paragraphs, I always, whenever I use ChatGPT in a conversation, I take them out because it's so obvious to me that it's AI. So I'm like, let me take these out because I don't text like that. You know what I mean? So yeah. Oh,
So I'm going to save you some time. There's one prompt. All you have to
oh,
say is humanize this conversation, and it rewrites it. So it
oh,
looks more like a human instead of Chat GPT. And there's a
gotcha.
couple, I saw a prompt sheet somewhere about that. You can say professionalize,
Hmm.
or like humanize, but casual and funny. So you tell it exactly
Hmm.
how you want it rewritten for the situation. A lot of times I either say polish or professionalize because I'm pretty casual. Well, you guys who have been watching this for a while, I'm super cash.
Well, that's one of those
So
things that cider will do. Like literally, when you highlight something, it like there's like a little red dot. I think that
yeah, the red dot on cider works.
it,
The other thing was I was using Claude with the free version of Claude with a client last night, and she was trying to do a cover letter uh, for a hospitality position. And with Claude, and Claude is known as being, if you want copywriting, you go to Claude. That's the AI model for that, and you can choose. It gives you options of how you want your writing to be. And if you're a prolific writer and you think you're pretty good at writing, you can upload your own style in there, and it can polish in your style instead of the styles you choose from that most of us who are not Hemingway, because oh, lost Colleen. Um, I have to admit that a lot of times I'll say, especially in creative writing that I do, is make it a little bit like Hemingway and a little bit like Jack Kerouac and improve my writing in that writing style. Still my stories. And it's no different than having a copywriter. We were talking about that too. Do you think these famous people like write their own blog post? Does Warren Buffett write his blog? No, he has an idea, he has the
Yeah.
outlines, gives it to his copywriter. And Stephen King, I'm sure he comes up with those ideas,
One of my
but
favorites.
there's no way that man has written 500-page books every 2 months by himself. No way.
Yeah. No, and it's funny because a long time ago, I mean, maybe they did, but they always have had to have somebody else help them. I mean, I could be wrong, but absolutely correct.
No, I
And
think you're absolutely right. So if you're still with us, I would love to hear in the comments what your favorite AI tool is to help you
yeah,
every day, whether it's with images and graphics or writing.
Lori.
What are you using out there? And so it looks like there's still 4 people in Facebook land, but I could be wrong. But even if you're watching us on replay, I would love to know what you have found most helpful in your AI journeys. So Canva plug-in for ChatGPT. And I love that too, Brian, especially if you're talking about when it puts your document on a canvas and then you can rewrite it and then it polishes it and you rewrite it again before it spits it out. But I also know there's a custom GPT for Canva in there too. So, um, oh, Lawrence, I have sent you my calendar. We can absolutely have an AI 101 session to get you up to speed. Um, Britt, absolutely. That's what I do here. You guys are my perfect clients. You're volunteering that you need my help as an implementation consultant to start using it in your business. And what we said at this workshop this afternoon um, is the first thing you should do before you dive deep is just get uh, the free version of ChatGPT and say, my business is, or whatever your pain point is, how can you help me? And ask me more questions about my problem so you can learn my problem and then give me advice on how to help me with it. One of the first things I ever did with ChatGPT, and I'm a little bit embarrassed, was an ex-boyfriend of mine sent me an email. And all I wanted to do was like either ignore it or tell them off. But there was another part of me that was like, it's been so long. Why are you holding on to this? It's nonsense. So I took the email, said, reply to this email, and do it as someone who is well adjusted that wants this person to achieve the best in life. And it rewrote the email for me. And this was on like chat point 3.0 in the very beginning. And it was civil, it went to them, and I felt like a better person that I had taken conflict out of my life. And so, yeah, shortening basic tasks, Elena. Um, and yeah, thank you, Elena. That's like some of the same comments I got at the Chamber of Commerce meeting. They're like, Heather, you know a tool for everything. And I'm like, yeah, that's why I'm a consultant. Because they were even talking about the chamber meetings for an AI tool to take notes and also to give feedback on style. I'm like, well, then you need Read AI because it takes notes during the meeting, it gives feedback, and then finally, it also gives an assessment of all of the people in the meeting. And yeah, it was built more for salespeople to give them feedback on how they're doing on their calls. But if you're in a professional mode and you want to give feedback to your team, it's a great tool. So, but we are on the half hour mark. I am gonna say so long. Do you have anything for us, Colleen, before we? I know your internet's been in and out.
So no, I was gonna say, can you hear me?
Yep.
I was gonna say maybe someday ChatGPT can figure out how to get the phone to work in the mountain when I'm driving home, because this is ridiculous. All the technology we have, and I cannot keep service. So no, I'm good. It was good to be on. I'm glad I got to be on. Thank you guys for, coming, and I appreciate it. Give us a hashtag live if you're watching us live, and a hashtag value if you enjoyed this and got any value out of it. And you guys, please book an appointment with Heather, because she can help you so much. I'm just saying, she really can. And that's all I got, y'all.
Yeah, and take a look at the coaching program. We can customize it for you to just do a couple of months at a time. And whether you want it in a group setting, or right now, I'm really pushing people towards the one-on-one coaching that I do. So, because I have the time, and honestly, so many people are at so many different points, it's a little hard to do the group coaching because you've got people who are like AI university level and then AI 101. So I am not
listen,
sure
I was
how
gonna
long I'm going to offer
say
the
something
group
about that.
classes. Yes.
I was going to say something about that. If anybody literally is at the 101, and I know I've said this before, but if I can get enough people to do it for a discounted rate, I will do it like very affordable. And we can do like a 4 or 6 week class, like once a week for, I don't even know. But you guys, I'm serious. It will be super affordable. And I would be more than happy to walk you guys through your basic 101. But it's like just so we can get started, because I know there's a lot of people out there that are not, they're kind of like not there, and so that's why they haven't made that jump, because you got to learn the basics first. And I totally get that, and I'm so willing to do it for you guys, but I'm so busy I can't do it for free. I mean, I would love to be able to get enough people to where I can like help you guys. So definitely let me know if it's something you're interested in, and if I can get enough people, we will make it happen.
Yep. So, all right. Thank you, everyone,
Cool.
and
Have a
have an
great night.
amazing evening. Bye.
Bye.
Lights are shining everywhere. Feel the rhythm in the air. Hearts are beating, feel the vibe. Get on up, it's time to jive. I'm so excited, can't deny. Feel the magic touch the sky. Hands up high, we're flying free. This is where we want to be.